And we want to switch the conversation now away from what the police are doing to what the Ministry of Planning and Development and the International Coastal Cleanup Organizations are doing as we commemorate International Coastal Cleanup Day on the 21st. I have with me this morning Ms. Kima Gardner, Waste Management Specialist, Environmental Policy and Planning Division of the Ministry of Planning and Development.
Correct, yes.
And we also have Ms. Marissa Mohammed, Country Coordinator, the International Coastal Cleanup Trinidad and Tobago. Correct. I got that right.
Yes,
Those were a lot of words. Ladies, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, thank you.
So on the 21st, which is Saturday, we commemorate International Coastal Cleanup Day. What is happening with the ministry?
Well, the ministry is participating in this venture as the ministry with responsibility for the environment. We see great alignment with this initiative, particularly as it relates to, for example, the National Development Strategy, Vision 2030, Theme 5, which is placing the environment at the center of social and economic development. The Honorable Minister Camille Robertson Regis also this year at the UN Environment Assembly declared the country's interest to become a member of the UN's Clean Seas campaign. So this initiative as well is also well synchronized or synergized with that venture. And in the past, as a ministry with responsibility for the environment, the ministry has been the largest local monetary sponsor of this exercise because we see the value in it.
And there are several beach cleanup activities taking place. This morning I mentioned the one at the foreshore.
Yes.
Starts at 9:30 a.m.
Yes.
But then I was told that there are many others.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Tell me where the major ones, or all just major?
So it's across Trinidad and Tobago. There are about over 20 sites in Trinidad and 8 sites in Tobago. The activity, as you said, will be taking place on September 21st at the foreshore. Now we are working with nature. So the other sites will normally start probably around 7:30 or a little earlier. We are going with the tide. So because it's going to be heightened at that time of the morning, we're starting a little later to accommodate that. So we will be there to do the cleanup at that site.
Yeah, and then we have the International Coastal Cleanup Group here with us.
Yeah.
You know, how important is it for Trinidad and Tobago specifically to do this?
I mean, we're joining over 120 other countries worldwide. So it's not just Trinidad and Tobago, but it's an annual international event. Give and take time differences, we will be cleaning our beaches together with the Pacific, Europe. And it's very important we join on to this initiative as it's not just your regular cleanup, it's a data collecting exercise. So we're not actually just going to the beaches, piling garbage into a bag, but we're actually recording every piece of trash we pick up. Yes, every piece of trash.
Yes.
Every piece? Like
every piece.
Yes, from styrofoam pieces to glass pieces to large refrigerators to flip-flops to everything you can find on the beach.
But then what? You collect this data, what are you going to do with it?
So the data is then tabulated, and then we send it to our head organization, which is the Ocean Conservancy, which is based in the US. The ICC data is the only data recognized by country parties, by UN for research legislation. So it's actually been recently accredited by the UN. So this data is then used to develop other policies, etc.
Which occurs at the national level as well. So, for example, the marine litter data that we collect at this international event annually is used towards data development, policy development, to observe trends over the years as well. So, and to see, like, for example, which waste streams are more prominent, etc.
So, what are some of the trends we've seen over the years then?
Well, I think for sure plastics are emerging as one of the major issues, and plastics themselves within that environment has serious issues. So, for example, they becoming breeding grounds for mosquitoes. For example, we have, chikungunya and Zika, etc., and dengue. The entanglements of animals, you find them ingesting and then starving to death because, they're thinking that they're full, but they're not. Then the plastics also absorb the toxins from the marine environment, and that enters the food chain affecting humans. So,
but the question is, how do we get people to not throw their garbage anywhere?
Yeah.
How do we do that? Yes, you can develop whatever policy you want, but to get the people and enforce our laws as it relates to that is where the problem lies.
Yeah.
So I think we need to have information dissemination at all levels, whether it's just the man on the streets to your academia. So information needs to be shared in terms of the importance of not proper disposal of your garbage, and of course do it in ways that we could relate. So whether it's song, dance, music, we're very cultured in the Caribbean, so we try to push various ways of that we are accustomed to, you know, gravitating to our change.
Question for Marissa. You have been involved in the International Coastal Cleanup for a number of years, and you would have collected a lot of data. Now, from your data, have you seen that the littering on certain beaches, for instance, has decreased or increased over the years?
I think it depends on several factors on the day of that the cleanup is being held. Maybe one being the volunteer turnout and the amount of volunteers we have actually collecting trash.
Right.
But on some sites there has been significant decrease, while others there have been an increase.
Okay.
So our top sites, for example, last year was Kima's site, which was the foreshore. And that was because there's a large number of tires being found on the foreshore.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can take this conversation so many places because it is a major topic and a major conversation. But if people want to be part of these cleanup exercises, what do they have to do? Anybody can be part of it.
Yes. So you go onto the International Coastal Cleanup website on Facebook, Instagram, or you can go to the individual pages. So there are various site captains at each of the sites, and you simply contact them, register. Some sites have been closed because of the high level of volunteerism and enthusiasm.
As of today, all sites are closed because we've really reached our max.
Yes.
So some sites have at least 400 volunteers.
But if I want to just come down to the beach and decide to pick up, I can do that, right?
Yes,
okay, great.
Yes,
okay, great.
But just to emphasize, it is a data recording exercise. So once you come, you're going to have to be registered, and you're going to record every single thing that you pick up.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I think people will be willing to do that as well.
I think so.
And I'm sure that you'll come back and share the information with us.
Definitely. We will.
Right. So I'll be looking forward to having you all back on to share this information, share this data, because when you talk about education, I mean, I see ads all over, all the time on television, on billboards, all over the place, and yet people aren't listening. So we have to find a way to make people listen, and that's a conversation we'll have next time as well.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms.
Thank you
Kema
for
Gardner
having
and Marissa
Thank
Mohammed
you.
for coming on this morning. We take a break and come back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.